Thank you for tuning in once again. For those of you who wisely should not yet return to Mass, I'm praying that you have patience, a virtue which I do not possess, but I pray that you have patience and that we can continue to feel as connected as technology allows us. I don't know about you, but I've never been a big fan of all this technology, but I have a whole new appreciation for it as a result of this pandemic. Life has lots of ways of forming us. I've also been thinking about what maybe I have learned, or better, what I'm trying to learn from this COVID journey so far. First, it certainly has been a reminder of our mortality and our fragility. All of this life is lived in the shadow of death, but we are distracted by so many things that we easily forget this. And then we delude ourselves into thinking, I'm going to live forever. Second, all of the daily statistics and numbers of cases and deaths have made us re-examine our priorities. Thomas Merton said that life in this world is designed to distract us from thinking about questions of ultimate importance, and particularly from thinking about our own mortality. But when we have to admit that death is a possibility for any of us in the near term, it helps us to reshuffle what we're all about. Third, this quarantine can lead us inward if we allow it. It can deepen us. I know many of you have said that you have prayed a lot more during this time, that you have come to appreciate the Mass a lot more, and also the gatherings of the Sunday Eucharist, and also just the daily, ordinary life we long to return to. Finding time to prayer is a challenge in our daily lives. But like any practice of true value, it requires some discipline. This is often difficult when we are preoccupied with our regular duties. Although we probably have moved around a lot less during the quarantine, we still can find ourselves distracted in seemingly innumerable ways. And again, technology being one of the biggest distractions. How much time can we spend on a cell phone looking at all those memes about this and all the silliness that we pass back and forth? So once again, we see everything has its pluses and its minuses. Fourth, this period has offered us yet another chance to see what we're truly made of. What's our character? For those who have spent the quarantine alone, I think it's been a big challenge to not be overwhelmed by our loneliness. For those who are living in the midst of their families, all of the complexities of relationships have been magnified many times over. It's interesting that the longest chapter of St. Benedict's rule is the 7th chapter. It's on humility. Now remember, Benedict was writing for monks who vowed to be together daily for the rest of their lives, and they were not related to one another by blood. They all discovered what intimate family living was all about. And Benedict knew that it would require humility to make room for another in our lives and to create a climate where everyone is welcome, a climate of love and care. This would require gentle listening, and by the way, the opening words of his rule are listen. Listen with the ear of your heart. So if we listen, it allows everybody to feel accepted and loved, despite our weaknesses and faults. We need to endlessly practice forgiveness, too, in any relationship. Fifth, this pandemic has also been an opportunity to concentrate on letting go of our illusions of being in control of our lives. We are in control of only a small portion, our attitude, and that part is critical, but we also can control how we use our time, how we take care of ourselves and those we love, and how we daily and hourly turn our concerns over to God. Because only that will allow our anxieties to diminish. God remains forever in charge. Whether we are aware of it or not, whether we feel it or not, we live in the presence of a loving, caring God. The divine presence is with us always. never surrender hope. Thanks for tuning in.